good morning, and welcome to prayer time here on New Thought Media Network. My name is Laura Topper. I am here to share a prayer with you, to know the truth for you, for me, for all of us, and to pray using spiritual mind treatment. Of course, this is what we use, this incredible tool, or this knowing that we have, this formula, if you like, of prayer, where we can use this specific way of getting closer and closer and closer with the kind of the journey of the prayer, the adventure of the prayer, to knowing the truth and then realizing what is here already, what is absolutely here already. So we're not begging, we're not pleading, we're not asking in a way that we're not believing it's there. In fact, belief is crucial here. We believe before we even pray that this is already demonstrated, that this is happening in our lives. And what we're doing as the one that's praying is to open up our hearts and our minds and our own consciousness to know that it's already here. And we're simply being that vessel, that open container, allowing ourselves to catch up with what's already here. That's what we're doing. A bit like my internet today, which is kind of feel like I'm in one of those slow motion movies. Anyway, I'm not. I'm here, and it's a glorious, glorious morning for you. What is morning for me, afternoon here in the UK. So if you're ready to join me, then let's do this. Let's use this amazing knowing that we have that I know as affirmative prayer. And I'm going to just read something here from Science of Mind, my Science of Mind copy of the textbook. Here on page 153, Ernest Holmes talks and says that prayer is its own answer. Yes, that's so powerful. Prayer is its own answer. So we're not seeking the answer outside of the prayer. The answer is within the prayer, and that prayer is who you are. It's who I am. So that's really saying we are our own answer. Yes, we certainly are. He says cause and effect are but two sides of thought, and spirit, being all, is both cause and effect. Prayer then is its own answer. And he goes on to say that before our prayer is framed in words, God has already answered. Oh, isn't that just so comforting to know that? Because if the idea is inspired within me, through me, and within, as, and through you, before we even speak it, we know we are speaking the word of the divine. And we are each this light of the divine. And so it's already answered. It's already done. We're literally the mouthpiece and the heart piece for this. But if our prayer is one of partial belief, then there's only a tendency towards its answer. So that's saying, he's saying that the belief, that's page 153, the belief it's so imperative here. We go into this motion of praying, this agreement that we make, this container of prayer, we go in believing that it's already done, believing who you are, who I am, who we are as this divine light of love. Today we're going to pray, knowing the truth, knowing that time is not relevant here. Whatever you're doing, whatever I'm doing, because I'm feeling that at the moment. I'm feeling that, I need to be getting things done quickly. Rush. Let's slow down. Let's know in truth that everything is happening in exact divine right order. And that's what I'm affirming for and knowing and stating and claiming with that conviction in spiritual mind treatment. That's the purpose of the prayer today. So I'm going to take off my glasses and, of course, welcome in. You're on New Thought Media Network. And I'm just so blessed and feel so grateful to be here with you right now. And I'm inviting you to close your eyes and to join me for a few minutes here as we take a breath and slow down and open up and know the truth that right here and now, there is one glorious thing that is happening as everything, as this experience of life itself. And as the sun comes out right here, as I speak, I can feel that. I know that that is, of course, this divine illumination, this wisdom, this intelligence that I know of as God. Whatever we choose to call this, this is the source of our being. This is the source of my being. And I know that this divine wisdom and intelligence is expressing itself as everything right now. It is the omnipresence, the omnipotence, the all-knowing, the all-wisdom, the allness, the omniscience. This is the divine as it shows up as everything, the infinite. Everything that is happening right now in this moment is God. Beyond my finite mind, I know that this is the enormity. Beyond the universe, beyond the metaverses, beyond the megaverses, this is God down to the tiniest quantum, the microscopic. And everything in between, every sentient being, every planet, every moon, every star, every tree, every desert. This is the divine. And that is what is happening right now too. This is God. And as I open up and I know that I am as this is as me. I am that I am, that I am. This divine presence and power is illuminating through me as me right now. And that I am this divine expression, this unique expression of this divine intelligence. I know this for me and I know this for you, that we are each one as the one right now in this moment and always. Because there is nothing outside of this one. And I am individualized as this, as too are you. Oh, and I feel that unity. And I am so grateful for this knowing in my heart of who I am, of who we are. And so as I open and open and open to this, I know that time is the illusion that I place upon myself. I know that for each of us, there is time, there is enough time that we are each divinely guided for the tasks that we are here for what is calling through my heart to be completed, to be materialized, to be demonstrated. That there is time for this, of course, because God is not waiting upon time. God is opening up to knowing I am this. And so God is waiting upon me as God is waiting upon you to say yes. And I know that as we say yes, as we each say yes to knowing the truth of who we are, to knowing what it is we are called here for, to open our hearts, to be the vessel, the container for this calling, that there is so much time because there is no time. It is purely the desire, the feeling, the knowing, the calling, that push and that pull of what it is that we are here for. This is something beyond what I know of as time. This is the truth in my heart. And so I know that as I open up to this truth of who I am, and as I see you doing this right now, that everything happens in exact divine right order for our lives. And that we are safe within this. As there is no judgment, there is no condemnation, there is no voice somewhere saying this is wrong and this is right. There is simply this feeling and this urge to be this greater expression of who I am and who you are. And this I see happening right now as we open our hearts individually and collectively as one, as the one, to say yes to the light of this love that we are and to be this light of love. Knowing that love is here. There is no room for fear. There is no room for doubt. There is no room for any questioning or disbelief. And so I state this with conviction now that this is done. That everything that needs to be seen and heard and completed is done with grace, with ease, with love, with joy in my heart, in your heart. That there is so much availability of this thing that we call time, that we can work with this to open up our hearts to be the greater expression of who we are and what it is we are called to bring right now through as demonstrations in this materialized plane that we live in. So I know that as I use joy for my life, and as you use joy, there is an enlightened, dynamic illumination that comes through my heart, through your heart, saying yes, knowing that this too is the divine expressing so dynamically through each of us as joy, and that with this joy, with this light, with this love, with this grace, everything is completed in divine perfection. Just as I am here, just as you are here, and just as we are here right now. As I breathe this in and I allow me to know this, and this sinks down even further into the ground of my being, I am so grateful for the demonstrating of this. I am so appreciative to know this in my heart and in my mind for me and for you and for each of us. And so I accept this with a willingness and with that conviction. I allow this to be, knowing that God is this too, as I am one in the one as the one. And so I let this be, and I allow this to be in my own heart as I let God do what it is doing all the time with this grace and love and joy. And so it is. And as and when you are ready, you can open your eyes as this is done, this is complete, and this is the prayer for this morning. I am grateful and honored to be with you, to be so present and to be sharing this spiritual mind treatment on Tuesday, the 22nd of February with you. Just so that you know, and of course I know you know, that you are watching this through New Thought Media Network. New Thought Media Network is an incredible focus ministry that is here to open you up to the light, to the truth of the love of who you are. We do this with programming, with broadcasting, with conversation, with meditation, with all sorts of wonderful shows that come out every single day of the year. So here is the website where you can find our, this is the prayer team. You can find our prayer team. If you would like to have a spiritual mind treatment, then please email in to our prayer ministry here at the network. And here also is the link for the donate button on the website, where I know that if this has moved you, touched you, and you feel called to be woven into the consciousness of this dynamic ministry, then you can leave your love offering there, and it goes directly to New Thought Media Network spiritual ministry. Love and blessings to you until next time, and knowing peace and brilliant, bright love in your heart always.